Hi friends, in this video I am going to explain about the concept of reciprocity theorem. Clear? So this is also one of the most important theorem among all the theorems. Clear? So now I am going to explain about the reciprocity theorem with one example. But before that I want to explain about one small circuit, because if you know the concept of this particular circuit, then only it is understand the main concept of what reciprocity theorem. Clear? So now actually, so reciprocity theorem, so just see here, just see here, so R1 is the one resistance. For example, the value of R1 is equal to 2 ohms and R2 is equal to 2 ohms, and here R3 is equal to, again for example assume 2 ohms. Now we are applying some supply, or simply we can say that we are applying some voltage. So here this is the circuit. Clear? Yes. So this is the circuit. So here R1, R2, R3 are the three resistances having same resistance values, and here we are applying some voltage V is equal to 10 volts. So for this problem the question is to find the load current. Just observe here. Question is to find the load current IL from this circuit. So just observe here. So I am going to explain about this. Yes, I am going to explain about the circuit with two conditions or two cases, case 1 and case 2. So these two are the most important cases. If you understand the concept of these two, then the reciprocity theorem is very simple. Clear? Just to see, we are applying some voltage in the left side of the circuit and we are getting response in the right side of the circuit. Clear? So after getting response from the circuit, just to take ratio of output to the input. Here the output is what? Calculated current, and here the input is applied voltage. So after getting the total current or response from this circuit, just to take a ratio of output to the input is equal to, for example, so I got the value 1. The ratio of output to the input is equal to 1. So this is in case number 1. We are applying some voltage and some amount of response is flowing in the resistance R3 branch. So after getting the resistance, after getting the value of current, take the output by input ratio. Okay, output by input ratio. So finally I got, for example, I got the value of 1 here. Now I am going to talk about case number 2. So this is very important. Clear? So what I am doing in case number 2, just I am interchanging load and source. Clear? So what it means just see here, voltage source is here and load we are taking here. But in case number 2, what we are just just interchanging these two. It means what? The value of R1 is same, R2 is same, and R3 is same. There is no changes in the connections of resistances. This is R1, this one is R2, and this one is R3. But what we are doing, just we are interchanging load and source like this. Okay, so just we are interchanging load and source means what? Just we are inserting the voltage source in R3 branch like this, and the voltage V is equal to 10 volts, and we are taking this is the load, and again we need to find the load current in R1 branch. Clear? Just see here. In case number 1, this is the actual circuit. We are applying some voltage and we are getting response. After getting response, we are taking ratio. Output by input is equal to 1. We are just, I am assuming that after simplifying or after getting the value of output, so I am taking the ratio of output by input is equal to 1. I got this value. Okay. Now in case number 2, what I am doing, just the same, applying voltage in the right side and we are getting the output in the left side. So after getting the value of load current here, so that is, for example, I put, you got some value. After getting this value, again take the ratio of output to the input. So output to the input, so it must be is equal to 1, because in case number 1 output to the input, for example we got 1, so in case number 2 also, even though if we interchange load and source, even though output by input is equal to must be 1, because in both the cases we need to get the value of ratio is 1 1, then only the reciprocity theorem will satisfy, otherwise this theorem not valid. Clear? So this is the actual concept behind the reciprocity theorem. Now I am going to consider one problem. With the help of that problem I am going to prove this condition and I am going to prove the reciprocity theorem. Clear? Now go for the problem. Yes, now this is the problem I am taking here. So I am applying V is equal to 10 volts, R1, R2, R3 values 2 ohms, and I want to calculate the response IL in this branch. Now just observe here, so IL is the current flowing in R3, but this current is divided from the actual current from this junction point. Yes or no? Just see here, we are applying some voltage, means definitely amount of current is directly flowing in the circuit, but this is the total voltage we are applying, means total current IT is directly come to this point, junction point. After that current is divided like this depending upon the values of resistances. Clear? So for example, this is the total current IT flowing in R1, means the value of current flowing in R2 is I1 and the value of current flowing in R3 is I2, for example. So I want to calculate the value of IL, that means what? I2 only, because in series both the values current is same. Yes or no? That's why if I want to calculate the value of IL, first I want to calculate the value of total current in the circuit, then only it is possible to calculate the value of total current. Yes or no? From this junction point total current is enter into this junction point. After that we have two branches, that's why current is divided like this. It means to get this current value, first we need to know this value, because this current is divided from this total current. Clear? So in this case, if I want to calculate the value of IL, that is equal to I2, both are same only, because this current is flowing in R2 branch, R3 branch only. Clear? So if I want to get the value of IL, means first I want to know about the value of total current in the circuit. So to calculate the value of total current in the circuit, what we need to do? We need to find the total resistance from this circuit. After that we need to find the total current. Clear? Now go for the calculation of total current. So before that we need to calculate the total value of resistance from the circuit. Now go for the calculation of RL. Yes, now see here. So total current, if I want to get the value of total current, means applied voltage by equivalent resistance, or we can also call as total resistance. Clear? We know the value of applied voltage 10 volts, clear, but we don't know the value of total resistance. How to find the value of total resistance? Yes, by using series and parallel combination of resistances, then we can find the total value of what? Resistance. Yes, now see here, voltage source is connected left side, so always starts from right side. If suppose voltage source is connected in the right side, then always starts from left side to calculate the value of what? Equivalent resistance. Now in this problem, voltage is connected in the left side, so always start from right side. Now see, R3, R2 both are connected in what? Yes, both are connected in parallel. Now calculate the value of parallel combination of R2 and R3. Yes, we need to find unknown value, that is what? R4 is equal to, yes, both are connected in parallel, means what? Product of resistances divided by addition of resistances. Now here R2, yes, 2 into R3, again 2 divided by R2, 2 plus 2, that is equal to what? 4 by 4 is equal to 1 ohm. It means what? R4 is a resultant resistance of parallel combination of these two resistances. It means what? Instead of this parallel combination, I can place the value of what? 1 ohm in the circuit. Now just to remove this parallel combination and place the value of R4 in the circuit. Yes, now just see here. So what I am doing here, instead of parallel combination of resistances, I am directly placing the value of R4 is equal to 1 ohm. Now see here, after placing R4 value instead of parallel combination of R2 and R4, now R4, R1 both are connected in series. Yes, so how to calculate the value of equivalent resistance of series combination of R1 and R4? Yes, directly we can say that if two resistances are connected in series, then directly we can add. It means what? So unknown value R5 is equal to, yes, both are connected in series. It means what? R1 plus R4, that is equal to 2 plus 1, that is equal to 3 ohms. Clear? So now just replace the value here. Now instead of these two series combination of resistances, we got the value of total resistance. So R5 we can also called as equivalent resistance or also called as total resistance is equal to 3 ohms. Clear? So now we know the value of total resistance. Now you can find the value of total current in the circuit. IT is equal to V divided by, yes, RT, that is equal to applied voltage 10 divided by, yes, RT is equal to 3, that is equal to, yes, 10 by 3 means what? 3.333 amperes of current flowing in the circuit. It means what? Total current flowing in the circuit is 3.333 amperes. Now you know the value of total current. Now what we need to do? Actually we need to find the value of current which is flowing in load resistance, that is what? R3. Now to find that particular current, load current, we need to use current to division rule. So in current to division rule, what is the formula? Total current into opposite resistance divided by addition of resistances. Clear? Now go for the actual circuit to find the value of what? Load resistance. Now go for the actual circuit. Yes, now this is the actual circuit. Now we know the value of total current. Total current IT is equal to, yes, 3.333 amperes. Now we need to find the current flowing in R3 because this is the output of the circuit. This is the input of circuit. If you know the value of output, then take the ratio of output to the input. Clear? Now find the value of current flowing in R3. Yes. So current flowing in R3, or we can also call it as load current IL is equal to, yes, to find this current we need to use current to division rule because this amount of current is divided from the total current IT. Okay, IT is equal to 3.333 amperes. So this is the total current at this junction. After this junction point, current is divided like this. Now I want to calculate the current flowing in R3 and this current is the divided current from the total current. So now what is the formula of current to division rule? Yes, total current into opposite resistance divided by total resistance. Now see here, total current how much? Yes, total current is 3.333 amperes into opposite resistance. Yes, come to the point of opposite resistance. How we are going to selecting the value of opposite resistance from the circuit? Just observe here. At this junction point total current is same, but after this junction point current is divided into these two branches. So we need to consider the only currents which are divided in which branches. It means what? R2 and R3. Only in these two branches only current is divided. That's why whenever we are going to calculate the value of current in R3, we need to consider the opposite resistance as always R2. Clear? So that is R2. Value of R2 is how much? 2 divided by addition of resistances. Addition of resistances means we need to consider only the resistance values in which branches the current is divided. It means what? In these two branches only the current is divided. That's why R2 plus R3. Yes, R2 plus R3. It means what? R2 value 2 plus R3 value 2. That is equal to 3.333 into 2 divided by 4. That is equal to, by solving this, definitely we will get the value of 1.6665 amperes. Clear? So this is the current flowing in what? Current flowing in load. Now you know the value of output, you know the value of input. Take the ratio. Take the ratio. Now see here, the ratio output divided by input is equal to output how much? 1.66665 divided by 10. So here, so definitely divided by 10 means what? 0.1665. This is the ratio in case number 1. So in case number 2 also we need to get the same ratio, then only the reciprocity theorem will satisfy. Clear? Now this is clear. In case number 1 we got the ratio output by input is equal to 0.16665. Clear. Now go for the case number 2. So in case number 2 we need to interchange load and source. Clear. Now go for the second case. Yes. Now this is the case number 2 circuit. It means what? Just we are interchanging the load and source. Clear. So in case number 1 source is here, load is here. In case number 2 source is here, load is here. Again I want to calculate the value of what? Load current. So first I want to calculate the value of load current, means we need to find the total current. So if we want to find the total current, means we need to find the total resistance in the circuit. So first we need to find the total resistance. After getting the value of total resistance, we need to find the total current. After finding the value of total current, we need to find the current divided from the total current which is flowing in what? R1. So now go for the calculation of what? First, total resistance. Yes, total resistance, or we can also call as equivalent resistance, that is equal to, yes, now source is connected in the right, means always starts from left to. Now R1, R2 both are connected in parallel. Yes, resultant of these two resistance will gives what? R1 into R2, product of resistances divided by addition of resistances. Now R1 how much? 2 into R2 how much? Yes, 2 divided by, again R1 plus R2 means 2 plus 2 is equal to 4 by 4. So 4 by 4 is equal to how much? 1 ohm. It means what? So resultant of these two will gives the value of what? 1 ohm. Now replace, just replace parallel combination of R1 R2 instead of parallel combination of R1 R2, just replace the value 1 ohm, that is what? So here this is 1 ohm. So just assume, do one thing, for this value just assume R4 unknown value or resultant value R4 is equal to 1 ohm. Now R4 is equal to how much? 1 ohm. Clear. Now 1 ohm, 2 ohms are simply R4 R3 both are connected in series. So in case of series connection we need to add directly, yes or no? So we can directly add these two. Yes, we can directly add these two resistances like this. So this is the total resistance, or we can also call as what? R5. R5 is equal to, our total resistance is equal to, our equivalent resistance is equal to, yes, 2 plus 1, that is what? 3 ohms. Now you know the value of total resistance. Go for the calculation of what? Total current. Yes. Yes. Now go for the calculation of total current. Yes. We know the value of total resistance. We know the value of applied voltage. Now go for the calculation of total current. So V divided by RT, that is equal to 10 divided by RT how much? 3, that is equal to 3.333 amperes. Now you know the value of total current flowing in the circuit. Now if you know the value of total current, then go for the calculation of divided current in what? R1. Now go for the actual diagram. So from the total or actual diagram we need to find the value of load current. After getting the load current, or we can also call it as response. So if you know the response, then take the ratio output to the input. Again we need to get same value, then only the reciprocity theorem will satisfy. Clear? Now go for the actual circuit. Yes. Now this is the actual circuit. Source is connected in right side and load we need to get. Clear? Now just now we have calculated total current IT is equal to 3.333 amperes. Now we need to get the value of load current. Clear? So load current IL is dividing from the total current IT. It means what? So from this junction point current is divided in these two branches. But I want the calculation of current only in this branch. It means, so calculation of load current is equal to, yes, current is divided from the total current means we need to use current division rule. Clear? So current division rule, we are always using current division rule to find the divided currents from the total currents. Clear? So total current, load current is equal to, yes, load current is equal to total current into opposite resistance by total resistance, that is equal to total current how much? Yes, total current is equal to 3.333 3.333 into opposite resistance. Yes. So from this junction point, current is divided in R2 branch and R1 branch. It means we are calculating only in R1 branch. Then R2 is always opposite resistance. Just now I told you. Clear? So R2 is the opposite resistance. What is the value of R2? 2 divided by addition of resistances. Addition of resistances means we need to consider only R1 and R2 because current is divided in only in these two branches. That's why we are considering only these two value of resistances. That means R1 plus R2. Clear? So R1 plus R2. Now already you know the value of R1 2. Already you know the value of R2 2. It means what? So 0.333 into 2 divided by 2 plus 2 4. That is equal to, by solving this again you will get what? Yes, how much? 1.6665 amperes. Clear? So this is the load current. This is the load current flowing in R1 branch, because we are applying here, we are getting here. It means this is the output and this is the input. Now go for the ratio. Yes. So output divided by input is equal to, output how much? 1.665 divided by input how much? 10. So divided by 10 means always 0.1665. So this is the ratio we got in case number 2. Just observe here. In case number 2 we got ratio 0.1665. In case number 1 we got 0.1665. It means what? In both cases the ratio is same. So that's why the definition of reciprocity theorem is, in any linear or bilateral network, the ratio of output to the input is always same, even though if we interchange the load and source from the or in the circuit. Clear? So this is the actual concept. This is the actual concept of reciprocity theorem. Clear? Please do subscribe my channel. If you like my videos, please share with your friends. Clear? Thank you so much.